Hi everyone, it's Keri TV, and today we're talking about a very hot topic, which is negotiating the repairs during an escrow. In real estate lingo, this is called the request for repairs, and this is during a purchase transaction of a home. This is actually a new and improved old Keri TV episode that I'm refilming with some updated information. Okay, so nice to see you today. If you're a first timer, my name is Keri White, real estate agent in beautiful Los Angeles, and this channel is Keri TV, full of things real estate related in Los Angeles, and mostly our first-hand experience working with our wonderful clients and all of our experience in LA, which could be you next. When you're buying a home, you want to ensure you know as much about it as you can. During your investigation contingency, you do all of your inspections, you review all the seller disclosures and any local and area information that's standard to be provided. We actually talk all about the process of the home inspection itself on another episode of Keri TV, which I'll provide in the comments below so we can keep things short and informative today, because everybody knows I'm a little chatty. Okay, so what happens when you find issues during an inspection? Sounds scary. Any property per the real estate contract is sold as is, meaning the seller does not have to do any repairs whatsoever at the property. People often expect them to do them, but per the contract, they don't have to, even if it's health and safety. So how do we deal with these repairs that are needed? This is where the form, the request for repairs, comes in. We gather all the reports and quotes we received. We put a list together of what we'd like repaired or get a credit for, and we present this in a professional package to the seller. It's going to be up to the buyers on what they feel is important to have repaired or credited, and everyone has a very different comfort level of what deems an issue to them. 2 points, very important points. A credit means that the seller will credit you monies towards your closing costs for the items. You can also elect a price reduction for the credit. A repair means they will do the work after all contingencies are released and prior to the close of escrow. So once we put our beautiful package together of information and reports and what we'd like that we feel is very valid, the request for repairs is submitted, and then there are 3 options from there. This is similar to your 3 options when you're writing an offer on a home, actually. Okay, 1, the seller can agree to all of the items. Sounds good. 2, the seller can agree to some of the items, and you can negotiate back and forth from there. Or 3, the seller can agree to nothing, a big fat 0. A seller, again, does not have to repair or credit anything at all, and depending on the market and how many buyers are interested, it may be common for a seller not to do anything, which can be upsetting to a buyer. Here are some fun facts. Submitting this request for repair or signing any seller disclosures does not remove any contingencies on the buyer's part. This is part of the investigation contingency of the contract and changes nothing regarding your current escrow and obligations. That's a really important point. People are always asking, if I sign this, what does it mean? A seller cannot cancel on a buyer for making this request. That's really important to know. And if the seller responds to a partial version of the buyer's request and the buyer asks for more, the seller can actually take away everything that they offered. That's a tricky one, right? Well, it happens. It doesn't happen often, but it does, and it doesn't feel great. So you work so hard and you're inching back and forth with the numbers and the items, and the seller just gets a whim and pulls it all away. Be careful and wise when you're negotiating. Often, what really goes on? I usually see sellers and buyers trying to work amicably together, but it's real estate and it's the wild, wild west, and personalities are always a little fun when you're dealing with legal transactions. Fun, I say lightly. This is why having an experienced agent, an experienced negotiator, and contract expert to guide you as a buyer or seller is oh so important. Keep in mind, if you're asking for work to be done, request that it is done by a licensed and insured contractor, and you get to review all the invoices of the work completed. It can be a lot easier, to be honest, to work with a credit for both parties just due to these factors. I've definitely had people's dads fix things in the past, and that didn't work. Statistically, the request for repairs and the investigation is the highest percentage of reasons why a property falls out of escrow. It's a tricky and complicated process, and having the right person helping you is obviously crucial. Happy negotiating, and if you need a trusted advisor, our team is here to help you. We will include a link to a free download in the comments, and we can't wait to hear from you. See you next time on Keri TV. Cheers.